Yet again, what might be said about those photos that showed up? What didn't you have a few pictures of you playing stripped b-ball oak? I realize all of you hosts caught wind of those freaky elective gatherings that occur in Hollywood. Yet have you all found out about exposed ball games? So 7-year-old Precious Stone found out about these BIP bud exposed b-ball games. I swear consistently something more peculiar comes up in Hollywood. And I'm not exactly shocked that with regards to rich and effective men, facilitating stripped ball games, Diddy and Jamie Foxx are at the focal point. All things considered, evidently there were an excessive number of balls floundering around once upon a time. And not the ones that go in a bin. Now, assuming you've had your ears to the ground for some time, you've presumably found out about men in Hollywood playing ball with practically no garments on, except for in the event that it's your most memorable time finding out about it. I sure expectation you are prepared for this steaming hot cup of tea. So a substance maker named Gem became a web sensation for focusing on how extremely fruitful VIPs used to go to b-ball games exposed politeness of, for the most part, Jamie Foxx and Diddy anyway. In the wake of posting the recordings, Gem got a call from somebody she didn't name who encouraged her to bring the recordings down, so as of late, I did a few recordings, and of those recordings hit someone up, and I got a call from somebody I got a call for somebody. And I simply need to apologize for anybody that I insulted. I denounce all that I expressed. And the recordings are privated now. Well, here's the thing about the web, it always remembers. And I may as yet get a breakdown of all that Gem said. First she began by saying that she was never going to discuss the bear ball games, yet subsequent to seeing all that was going down with Jamie Foxx, she chose to spill so. Thinking back to the 90s, my mother nicknamed Jamie Foxx, like assuming you remove the O from his name and supplant it with a U, that is what she used to call him. Yet to his face resembles a hood joke, since he used to bang such countless folks and young ladies in Hollywood. Clearly Jamie Foxx used to have b-ball games. Yet what about the games was that they were gone to by men, just and they needed to play stripped by Gem. A ton of your #1 superstar men went to these b-ball games. And to realize who was there, take a gander at every one individuals who Diddy and Jamie Foxx have been spending time with for a really long time. Gem gives some insight around one specific member, indicating that he is somebody who was hitched to somebody who likes to drink lemonade. And afterward she gave honeybee humming sounds as another clue, shouted Beyonce and Jay-Z genuinely. I'm not astounded, assuming that Jay went to those games in light of the fact that so much has been said about his sketchy past. In any case, on the off chance that you're thinking about how Gem got all that data, her mom used to work for radio broadcasts, and she would take her to work with her frequently. So she heard these things that were being examined at these radio broadcasts. When I caught wind of the Jamie Foxx circumstance, I was in a real sense like 7 years of age. And a ton of you all don't comprehend that I essentially inhabited radio broadcasts with my mother, like I was there 24/7. I was dependably at the radio broadcast, so I got to hear grown-ups discussing things now throughout the long term. Jamie Foxx has attempted to reject that he at any point played b-ball stripped with men, like when he was gotten some information about certain photos that made rounds of him playing b-ball. Bear James resembled, I realize it wasn't, it was on the ocean front. Or so I don't realize it was youthful in that frame of mind. Obviously, it doesn't take a virtuoso to sort out that he's trying to pass off a flagrant lie. And it's considerably really fascinating that receipts from those ball games have been and totally cleared off of the web. For example, there was a post from IMDb that was brought down where James fundamentally apologized to his neighbors for playing stripped b-ball, telling every one of my neighbors, I simply need to say that I'm grieved, and I'm sending gift crates to you for some unacceptable I've done. We used to play naked ball in the back for clinical motivations, to deliver the spirit. A piece of my wall was down, and I didn't realize that the woman and her family was there. I wasn't there at an opportunity to scrub the spirit. You all probably depended on a few genuinely unholy trickeries that expected the purifying of spirits. Individuals swear that there were photographs some time ago of the bear men playing b-ball, and a meeting on the Morning Meal Club, where DJ Jealousy got some information about the exposed ball games. There was additionally a period Wendy Williams discussed the ball games when she was discussing the way that Tommy Davidson blamed Jamie Foxx in his journal for ripping off his clothing during an unfiltered and fabulous sketch. As per Wendy in the event that the claims were valid, it was on the grounds that Jamie Foxx values a high fanatic Kurzweil. Who doesn't? You won't track down these receipts now, yet you can wager they existed, and Jamie to ensure they were eradicated. Well, despite the fact that Jamie Foxx will not concede that he and Diddy facilitated bear ball games, he has said in the past that they facilitated wild gatherings. I watched Puff at the Beverly Slopes lodging. I'm shooting this, and it's a pool party that is crazy cash, and I gaze upward and I see Dr. Ruth. I couldn't say whether you know who that is, the sex woman. He even gave insights regarding how much cash that was spent to have a portion of these gatherings. Yet that is not even the most problematic part yet. Puffs say this party Playboy, this party here, I see it $1.5 million. That is all there is to it. The what you spent $1.5 million on this party. I'm more worried about individuals who used to invest energy with Jamie Foxx and Diddy. As teens discuss openness, scratch gun used to rest on my lounge chair, 13 years of age. With regards to Diddy, we've all heard those tales about Usher, right? A similar attendant who additionally used to remain with him when he was a teen. So I had an opportunity to see a few things. Definitely. Yet you were 13. What were you talking about? I went there to see the way of life, right? And I saw it, yet I couldn't say whether I could enjoy and comprehend what I was in any event. Seeing it was wild. I keep thinking about whether they likewise got to take part. Or seeing the more established men playing ball. Individuals, you understand what word on the road is that Jamie Foxx arrived in the emergency clinic, since he was uncovering the subtleties of the things that went down in those gatherings and games. There were even reports that the police visited Jamie Foxx in the clinic, evidently on the grounds that he accepted that somebody was attempting to take him out. And I realize you're presumably supposing in the event that it's wild gatherings and stripped b-ball games. Like it has been said, how could anybody need to take him out, most importantly other than wedded fruitful men, needing that piece of their lives concealed? It just so happens such countless unlawful things truly occurred in those tip-top gatherings and b-ball games. Quite recently, an inn supervisor spilled that passings hosted happened at these gatherings, that individuals OD'd at these gatherings, that there have been instances of DV, and in any event, dealing in these are the things that the rich and effective would have no desire to surface, ever. Concerning how Jamie Foxx is doing it first, it was generally detailed that the relatives were planning for the most horrendously terrible, yet Corinne Foxx pummeled those reports and put out an announcement expressing miserable to perceive how the media goes crazy. My father has been out of the emergency clinic for quite a long time, recovering. As a matter of fact, he was playing pickleball yesterday. Gratitude for everybody's requests and backing. Corinne didn't say that her father was at home, and that is on the grounds that James is getting therapy at a recovery community. Truth be told, Corinne was seen visiting him in the clinical office, where he's going through proceeding with care and non-intrusive treatment. The idea of his health-related crisis and momentum condition are as yet unclear, yet the emergency clinic office in which Jamie Foxx is getting treatment has practical experience in restoration for the people who experienced a stroke, spinal injury, horrible cerebrum injury. Obviously, devotees actually figured out how to tie those stripped b-ball games to James' condition, with individuals posting remarks like assuming Jamie Foxx passes they need to do another stripped ball game at his place in his honor. Conceal. Well, I couldn't say whether those b-ball games have a say in Jamie Foxx being hospitalized, yet individuals are as yet persuaded that his ebb and flow quandary is dubious. Yet told me your thought process. Do you find it unusual, sure, that Jamie Foxx and Diddy facilitated b-ball games? Where they played bear, do you think it has a say in him being hospitalized? Told me in the remarks segment underneath.